Alright, so for moisturizer, I'm using the Tarte Brighter Days. This is just a little small size I got in a sample pack from them, from Sephora. I don't even remember when I bought this, but I'm almost out of it. I've just been trying to use it up. I actually like it. It's a really nice prep moisturizer. It does have an illuminating effect to it, so it's nice. I wouldn't say like I would run out to repurchase it, but I've just been trying to use it up, mainly so I can have some empties for you guys. For primer, I'm just going to use whatever's in front of me, and that's the bareMinerals Brightening Primer, which is one of my all-time favorites. And I'm actually going to be trying out a new product from Urban Decay, which is supposed to mattify or velvetize your foundation. So I kind of want a really glowy base since, you know, I normally don't do anything matte. So that product is the Velvetizer. This is new from Urban Decay. This is a very finely milled powder that you mix in with a dewy foundation or a tinted moisturizer type product, and it's supposed to make it have a velvet finish. So have not tried this out. They also sent the new Liquid Aura mixing medium, and this is basically a liquid highlighting medium that you mix in with a foundation, but I thought this sounded way cooler, so we're gonna try it out. So I'm gonna use it with my Makeup Forever Ultra HD liquid. This was really the only foundation I could find in my collection that was about my shade and that has more of that, you know, natural to dewy finish. And I'm not really sure how to mix this in quite properly because when you open it, the powder is just kind of everywhere. I guess I'll just do this right here. It says to mix in a dime size amount. Oh my gosh, this is so weird. Okay. Maybe that's good. I don't know. Can you see that? I just put it on top of... This is so weird. What am I doing? Okay, this is a little messy. The powder is so finely milled that it's not wanting to like mix in with my foundation, but okay. I think I've got it as good as it's gonna get, so let's go ahead and plop this on and see how it does. I can already tell the foundation feels way more stiff and mattified from what it normally does, so let's go ahead and buff this out. I'm gonna use my Real Techniques buffing brush for this, and we'll see if we can notice a difference. Okay, so I can definitely notice a difference with how it is sitting on my skin. It does look more velvety. It doesn't have as much shine. I mean, if I look this way compared to this side of my face, the bare side of my face looks way more shiny than the side with foundation does. So I would definitely say that this does velvetize or mattify like it says. Okay, so this is one side of my face done using the Velvetizer and Makeup Forever foundation compared to my bare side. It looks pretty good. I mean, I think this would be a cool product for a makeup artist to definitely have on hand, just to kind of custom mix foundations, because in my pro kit I have 3 or 4 distinct foundations I use for different skin types, and MAC Studio Fix Fluid is one that I use for combination skin. But if you had something like this on hand that could transform a foundation into something that's more mattifying or velvety, then I think that's really cool. And let me just tell you, I don't think I've ever seen a powder that is this finely milled. It's almost like, it's like air almost in here. So that's really cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another pump and mix that together, and we're gonna use it on the other side of our face. So another thing I'm noticing about this Velvetizer is that even though you're mixing it in with the foundation, it doesn't seem to be altering the coverage of the foundation or the, I mean, it alters the finish, of course, but The Makeup Forever Ultra HD is very skin-like, and I still feel like it looks skin-like on my skin. It's just a little bit more, you know, mattified. So overall, this is actually neat. I didn't really have high hopes for this, but it mixed very well. All right, for concealer, I'm just mixing 2 shades of the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. I'm mixing Y23 with Y31, and I'm just going to go ahead and pat that underneath my eye to give a little bit more coverage and brightness. So yeah, at this point that I'm filming this video, the wedding is officially 1 week away. I'm filming this on the Saturday before my actual wedding, but by the time you guys see it, I guess you'll see this probably like the Thursday or Friday before my wedding. So yeah, getting very, very close. I basically feel like it's already here. And I'm super stoked because we got a call from our resort the other day, and we're staying in St. Lucia. And they upgraded us to like these little beach villas. Like they're brand new at this resort that we're staying at. These are brand new little villas. And since we booked like a premium suite with them, they upgraded us for free. And I was like, I didn't believe it at first. I was like, okay, Maria, like how much more is this going to cost us? She assured me that it was free. So we'll see when we get there. We'll have to check that bill out. But yeah, everything is pretty much done. Everything is in place. It's supposed to be sunny on that Saturday. So we'll see. I know weather changes like hot tamales around here. Like you never know. It could be sunny 1 minute and then raining the rest of the day. But I don't want to jinx it. So just going to keep my mouth shut on that. But yeah, we're getting really close. And everything is basically done. So not feeling stressed at all. Just kind of waiting for it to happen. To set my concealed areas, I'm going to use a little bit of my bareMinerals Hydrating Mineral Veil, and I'm just going to use that on this Ego Tools brush. It's just one of their, I don't know, one of their newer brushes. It's in this little bulb shape right here. It's perfect for setting the under eye area, but I'm just going to tap a little bit of that underneath my eyes. I love this powder for setting my face because it does not look like powder and it's hydrating. So 2 wins with that. So this is also new from Urban Decay. It's the Naked Skin Shape Shifter Contour Sculpting Palette. It basically has 5 cream products in here on one side and then 4 powder products. So I've been using this for 3 or 4 days now. I actually really like it, especially the contour shade in here. They have 2 palettes. I'm using the light medium one, and then they have, of course, one for darker skin. The contour shade in here is so pretty. I'm going to use a little bit of it. Probably shouldn't have sat my face with powder before I did this, but oh well. It mixes pretty well. So it's just kind of like the perfect contour shade. It doesn't look too harsh. It actually blends in really well, I guess, if you have the right brush. The brush I'm using is from Beige Cosmetics. It was from a kit called their Sculpting Set, I think. I believe they still have it. But I've had this brush for ages. I've had this brush for ages, and I just love using it with cream products, with cream contour, cream bronzers especially. So yeah, I really have been enjoying this palette. I feel like I enjoy the cream side a little bit better than the powder side. The powder products in here are really nice. They're really pigmented, really smooth, but they're that consistency to where when you pick them up with your brush, you have to really tap off excess. You have to tap off the excess or you're going to get a lot of streakiness going on. So yeah, I think the formula is really nice. I just hate that I have to be like so careful with them. All right, so this is the powder side. I'm actually just going to pick up a little bit of the contour shade on my MAC 135 brush, and I'm just going to go over the cream contour or whatever. I'm trying to be careful because I don't want it to end up looking too muddy. Oh, that's a little dark, isn't it? just did what I said I wasn't gonna do. To bronze up the rest of my face, I'm gonna use something that's a little bit more forgiving and has some shimmer to it. This is the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer, sweet tea, you know what I mean, the one that's heart-shaped. And I'm just gonna use this around my temples, around my jawline, just to give like a little bit of illumination, a little bit of an extra glow going on here. So Urban Decay also came out with this beauty powder. It's called Translucent Pressed Beauty Powder. I've used it a couple of times. Not really sure how I feel about it. It does have some very noticeable shimmer in it. I'm going to use it just to kind of accent like the high points of my face today to see if I can really notice if it, you know, makes a difference that way. But I can't really tell like a huge difference using it. Haven't really noticed if it's like gonna blow me away or not. It does add a little bit of illumination. Like you can see where I just put it on my forehead. I feel like it just added a small, tiny bit of illumination there. So yeah, no, I don't really have an opinion on it yet. For blush, I'm gonna use Mocha by MAC because I'm using this Lancome matte shaker today, and I feel like this blush will go really nicely with it. Just a more of a cool toned pink, but not so cool tone that it looks like a princess pink, you know what I mean? It's actually a really, really good shade for everyday wear. So I'm just gonna pop a little bit of this on my cheeks, and then we're gonna move on to that highlight, girl. For highlighter, I'm actually gonna use the one that comes in the Urban Decay palette. It's pretty pigmented, not gonna lie, but I just wanna play around with it a little bit more because I wore it the other day, but I wore the cream underneath it, and then I put this on top, and it was like way overboard. So I just want to try the powder by itself because it looks really, really pretty. So we're just going to test this out a little bit more. It doesn't seem to be chunky, like chunky with glitter. A few of Urban Decay's highlighters that I've had in the past, they're just very glittery. And this one does not seem to be that way. It seems to be a little bit more toned down and just a little bit more iridescent. Okay, I'm going to do my brows off camera, but I'm going to use the Hourglass Arch Brow Sculpting Pencil, mainly because I've been using my Anastasia Perfect Brow Pencil, and I don't know, something like I haven't been happy with my brows. I go through this stage where I'll love a brow product for 6-8 months, and then all of a sudden it's like I need to change. So I'm going to use this bad boy today and see if I like the difference or if my brows just have been sucking lately. Okay, so I actually really like the way my brows turned out with this brow pencil, so I may just have to, you know, swap over to it for a little while until I get tired of it, and then I'll probably move on to something else. But let's move into eyes. So along with Urban Decay's new launch a couple days ago, they sent the Naked 1, 2, and 3 palette to me, and believe it or not, I have never owned the Naked 1 and 2. I had the Naked 3. Will got that for me when it first came out, and oh my gosh, I thought I was like the coolest thing. But I am about 1,000 years late on the Naked 1 and 2 palette game. So I'm going to use the Naked 1 palette because I've just had it open. That's what I've been using, and I have really been liking it. I mean, I know I sound like a broken record. I'm probably the last person on the planet to even be using this. But I'm just going to play around with it today. I've been using Sidecar a lot. That one has been my favorite. Everybody that's watching this is like, yeah, where the hell have you been? But today I'm just going to, I mean, honestly, I don't know what look I'm going to do. I'm going to pick up the shade Toasted, which is this one right here. And I think I'm just going to use this as like an all over lid color. I'm just going to do something really simple with my lids because my lip color is going to be, well, I wouldn't say it's going to be colorful, but it's going to have more color than what I normally do. So I'm going to keep it pretty natural, pretty neutral on the eyes, and we'll just go from there. Now I'm going to pick up Hustle, which is right beside Toasted, and I'm just going to use a little pencil brush, and I'm going to use this color just to slightly give my outer corner a little bit more definition. Next mix Sin and Foxy and use that as an inner corner highlight. And I'm just going to sweep a little bit of Hustle underneath my lower lash line. Okay, so I just applied some really natural lashes. I used the Kiss No. 3 lashes. They're basically the only ones I have right now. I am so out of eyelashes. Like, I can't find any lashes laying around other than those. So that's what I use. They're really natural. You get the picture. Okay, we're going to move into lips. So I'm going to use the new Lancome Matte Shaker. This is like the Juicy Shaker, except these are more opaque and they're supposed to dry down to a matte finish. I saw Alana Davidson wear this particular shade. It's called Beige Vintage, and I really liked it on her, so I got it. And for my lip liner, I'm going to use Soar by MAC. Okay, is it just me or does this look really hot pink on my lips? I'm getting like a fuchsia vibe from this. I thought it was gonna be, I don't know. It looked more of like a rose on her, but on me, I'm getting like, I don't know. I do not normally use this vivid of a color, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it looks after I get my hair done. All right, so this is the finished look. This lip shaker right here is pretty neat. It did dry down 100% matte, and the color did deepen up a little bit on me. It looked really hot pink when I first applied it, but once it dried down, it kind of got deeper. It's still a little bold than what I normally go with for day to day, but I think it's pretty. I'd probably like it better actually if my eyes were just really clean, if I didn't have any shadow on, maybe just a little bit of mascara. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing these new products in action. Most of them were Urban Decay other than the Lancome one. But I am trying to think what the next video you guys will see. I guess the next video you guys are going to see from me is May favorites. I'm pre-scheduling videos for the wedding and for the week after for when we're going to be on our honeymoon. So trying to keep up with that. But if you guys have any questions about the products I used in this video, feel free to leave them down below. And I guess I will see you guys in May favorites. See ya.